I just touched the mail, baby, can't you tell? Bitches throwing tile, they want.
What is up, guys? So today I will be reviewing the new Inside Out movie. I watched it 2 days ago. And I was like, you know what? Inside Out 1. I think I remember watching it as like, when did it even come out? Hold up, sorry. And it was 2015. Holy moly. So that was, I don't even know how old I'd have been. I would have been a little kid when I watched the first one. That is insane. But yeah, um yeah, so I watched the first one, and I like to follow up with the movies I watched as a kid to make sure that it's still good. So I watched Inside Out 2. Plus, I did take Psych, and I'm fairly interested in it from last year. So I'm like, okay, this is, even my teacher was like, Inside Out is a very good uh, movie as far as the psychology of a person. Is it 100% accurate? Well, obviously not. I mean, there are literal emotions that are characters, which isn't actually inside your head, but it's a great depiction of said emotions. At least that's what my teacher said. So I'm gonna rate it. So first out of 10, is it better than the first one? I don't think they'll make a movie that's better than the first. I think though that out of 10 as far as movies, I'd say it's a solid 8. It's pretty good, you know. Um I'd put it at the same level as like, Despicable Me, all the usual kids cartoons or movies, not cartoons. But yeah. But there's a few moments I'd want to talk about that I kind of just screenshotted and went through. Boom, a cool thing they added, belief system. I guess as when you're like a little kid, and now this is Riley being 13, teen, so this is teenage movie or teenage stage. Obviously, this isn't the entire teenage stage, so I assume they'll probably make a movie. I don't know if there's an old, like, adolescent just means teen, I'm pretty sure, right? Adolescent is just they could yeah, it's basically the same thing. So essentially, this is where the belief system, I'm glad they incorporated that, because I don't think anybody who's a child really has. There is beliefs, but it's not as prominent as you're a little child, because one, mainly it's just you following your parents' beliefs and isn't really yours. But as you grow into a teen, it's you start to really develop yourself with those beliefs. So I like it. And then it's cool how you're like um your what's it called? Memories like influence your beliefs, like your experiences, which makes sense. There's also spoiler warning, spoiler warning. Sorry, I forgot to say that. So there's this one scene where it's Joy, essentially in the beginning, throws all of Riley's like bad memories to the back of her mind, just like how anyone who had a bad experience just puts it to the back of her mind. Although I honestly do not know what bad experience Riley could have. She seems to be in a fairly stable household, and socioeconomic status seems stable, but you never know. So, and then one scene is where the back of the mind, there's like a wall keeping it there, and Joy, in order to be able to, okay, dang it, this is going to explain the whole, okay, I'm not going to explain the whole plot, but essentially she's in the back of the mind, she needs to get back to the like console stuff, so she destroys the wall, and then, well, before she does that, Disgust is like, oh, how are we going to do it to where um her bad memories don't affect her beliefs or something, or don't affect her current self. It was one of those things. And Joy was like, I have no idea, and just destroys the wall. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. This scene. Anxiety, and so this one is very cool because it's the first thing like bring like first, I don't know how to say, light bulb moment I saw. The fact that immediately fear befriends and anxiety, when so anxiety is talking about all the possible outcomes of Riley goofing around at this important camp where she could get recruited for the high school team. And essentially he immediately, upon seeing these different outcomes she has started to make, he's like, I'm gonna like you, which is cool. Like fear and anxiety, they literally go hand in hand. You can't you can't necessarily, you cannot have one without the other. If you don't have any fear, then how the heck can you have any anxiety? And if you have fear, then I guess you could be scared of something, which I feel like part of fear is anxiety as well. I feel like that's a part of it. So that's a cool thing they added. Boom. So the scene, I'm pretty sure if you didn't see any of the movie, this is probably a clip you saw of them just destroying Riley's the console stuff. Obviously this shows the adolescent stage and shows how it's like random. Obviously it's not completely random, but from the period of like early adolescence, uh from that time period, it's kind of random when it happens. I like how they did it, and then they left it messy. Now I don't know if I'm misinterpreting this, but I feel like they're gonna come back when Riley is, I don't know when I feel like they chose a girl to do for a reason as well. When does a girl's brain fully develop? I'm pretty sure it's earlier than boys, right? So mid to late 20s. So 25. 25. So I feel like they're going to come back around that age when it's fully developed and fix everything up again. Because you can see in this moment, it's like destroyed. They kind of leave. I think, though, I think it's still messy throughout the movie, um and they don't fix it, but I feel like I noticed it gotten a little more fixed. But I feel like this are gonna come back at that stage, which is just so cool to see, to just pick up on that. And then boom, this, so basically the new emotions bottle up the old emotions and just send them to the, you know I think the building of Riley's secrets, which is a whole other thing, which is pretty cool. I like how they use the joke like bottle. It's a literal bottle, so it's funny. And then I like how anxiety isn't portrayed as such a terrible thing, at least at first. It just shows how it can provide discipline. Like, see, she woke up early in the morning because of her anxiety of not being good enough to practice, and then later in the movie that ultimately helped her win, or ultimately helped her be better in front of the coach and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool in my opinion. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So it shows it not as being a completely bad thing. Another photo here is the sarcasm, another funny joke I liked. I like how they put like literal jokes. It's not actually, or it literally is a sarcasm, and then if you say something on the other side, a person will hear it as like being sarcastic. So if you were to say let's go to the mall, we're like, yeah, let's go to the mall. Or I don't know if that was sarcastic, but either way, that's it for the movie. Trying to think back to any prominent moments. There was, going back to the I don't know, building of secrets, there was this one secret, this huge rock. I don't know what it could be. People have been speculating. I personally think that, I'm not going to say it on here, but I think most people know what the secret is, most likely. Although it could be something completely different. You never know. I mean, I'm trying to think what else it could be, because I don't want to say the popular secret, because most people probably know, probably believe that. Um, it can't be that Riley hates hockey. There's no way. Um, although it could be because even the secret is away from her emotions. You got to think about it. Even the emotions, fear, anger, sadness, all these, they don't realize that they don't know what the secret is. Nobody does. Nobody, even anxiety, even the new ones. Nobody knows what it is. So it is possible that it could be that in reality she doesn't like it. They could do this whole thing where, oh, her parents pushed her to do hockey and she doesn't actually like it, blah blah blah. But I feel like that's not true. But I don't know, that's just a theory. Any other prominent moments? Probably not. I'm not gonna lie. What else? What else? I mean, let's see. Envy. Oh yeah, Envy is a pretty cool character. Um Envy doesn't really do anything this movie, to be honest. I didn't even know envy is an emotion. I guess yeah. When you're like going into high school, I guess you kind of like look up to like anybody and everybody, or everybody that's like older than you. Um, hmm. Embarrassment. Yeah, that's definitely an emotion. That's pretty cool. How he's like this big guy, but he's like he has a hoodie on. He has his pockets in all the time. I don't even think you see his. No, I think you see his hands at one point, but it's pretty cool how they make him like the biggest guy, yet they give him like the hoodie. Um, what else is there? There's oh yeah, the old granny. I don't know why they even put her there. Um, what's her name? Nostalgia. Yeah, bro. Yeah, nostalgia at 13 is wild. But it is true. You start to, have nostalgic thoughts about your past. I think one of them is Riley with the one song that they were talking about. So, but I like how they just pushed her off until they said a couple more decades. um, what else? I was looking at the original, and apparently there was supposed to be Pride. Pride was supposed to be one. You know how, hey, I'm the best. I'm the best. Which would have been good. Would have made sense since she's like a sports player. Um, what other ones were there? There was. I'm trying to. Okay, I'm not trying to drag this video on longer than it needs to be, but what this will be the last thing. Other emotions were supposed to be in inside out too. Oh yeah, and we too. Okay, so that was in one that was one that was in there. So that one makes total sense. It's like boredness and we. I didn't even think. I feel like I've heard that in psych before as an emotion, but yeah, boredom. I like how whenever you search it up, it's literally Inside Out 2 now. Yo, that's so cool, bro. That's epic. But yeah, it's just boredom. And then I like how they make them French. uh, but yeah, so that's pretty cool. Last one. Let me think. There's got to be one more. Um, I like how that at the end that they gave an anxiety like her own chair, and I think she has like tea to like calm herself down. They don't completely say get out of here, but they say just chill to the side a little bit because anxiety everybody needs it. If not, then you would be doing reckless stunt. Well, mm, everyone needs anxiety because if you didn't have it, then you would not study for a test. Nobody would. Unless people who like, I don't know. I feel like there are people who do stuff without even the push of anxiety, but I feel like for the majority of the population, they need to feel that anxiety about something in order to like act and make sure whatever their anxiety is like saying, like, oh my god, I'm gonna fail this test, I'm gonna fail high school, I need to study, um or like, oh, in Riley's case, oh, I need to practice more so I can become a better hockey player, you know? But yeah, ultimately though, movie, great movie again, 8 out of 10. If you guys want me to review more movies, I know there was a Despicable Me movie that I haven't watched yet. Or maybe just any general reacts. Put in the comments what you want me to react to. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the vid. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and if you play Fortnite, use code AllCapsYos plays in the shop. That's about it. Peace.